Before we continue on with this project, and if you haven't noticed, I'm back from my Chicago trip. I took off from sunny Lindbergh Field in San Diego and arrived 4 hours later at a stormy Chicago's Midway Airport. My first stop always is White Castle's for a sack of gut bombs. Then it's family.
Are you making movies?
Yeah.
Oh,
friends.
far out. Okay.
I've been trying to watch the Teleprompter, but I just ain't had time.
Journeys through rain-soaked and flooded farm fields, pizza and hot rides, more sliders, more thunderstorms, and more things than I could video. Did I mention pizza? Yeah, pizza. Chicago, thin crust, square cut, cheese and sausage pizza. For me, the greatest pizza in the world. I can't get good pizza here in California. They call it pizza, but it's something not pizza. I think they use the wrong ingredients, served on a floppy, soggy crust. Kinda tasteless and not appetizing. The only place in the world I can get good pizza is Chicago. So living in San Diego, I don't get much good pizza. Yeah, oh well. I had a great time. So, what we need to do is take this thing here and take it all apart. So here we go. Grab some tools. There we go. There's that piece. Let me take this over here. Set this aside. Oops. Sorry, I hit the mic. There we go. Okay, now that we have all these parts here, we have 8 fabricated parts. All these, this, and this, and these. Got all these parts, and what we got to do now is finish them. We have to more or less do like auto body work on these parts. Get them primed. Get them all primed, then do some seam filling, sanding, and getting them ready for a finish. So what we're going to need is some primer. So I got some Testors Gray Primer. Don't use this stuff. This is not primer. I'm not even sure it's gray paint. You don't want that one. You want something more professional like this. Yeah. Rust-Oleum Flat Gray Primer. This is also unacceptable. It's not flat gray primer. It doesn't dry quickly at all. It isn't sandable. It gets gummy. Frankly, I don't know what's on these guys' minds here. I was told if you're going to do body work, use automotive products. So, we got this. Duplicolor, primer, filler, automotive primer. This stuff works. This is good primer, dries flat, you can sand it, doesn't gum up your paper. So what we need to do, get a coat of this on all these parts. Here we go. let's see, we got that. These two. And we got this, all with a nice coat of gray primer on them. Looking ready for Bodywork. Okay, now with Bodywork, we're going to need some seam filling putty. And the stuff I like to use is this stuff by Bondo. It's called spot and glazing putty. So, what I did was I ordered up some because I couldn't find my tube of this stuff. And I picked up this. Spot and glazing putty, right? But it came with this. Cream hardener. Let's see. Is it red? No, it's not. It's white. This stuff's red. This is regular Bondo. Now what I did was I ordered again. Spot and glazing putty. And this time I got this. It's red. This is the stuff. Both these tubes say spot and glazing putty. One is regular Bondo. One is the spot and glazing putty. The only difference really on these tubes is right down here in the corners. You got 907 and 801. Up there a little better. There we go. Now, Bondo could have done a better job at marking these tubes. I wasted my money here. This is the stuff I need. So let's start doing one. Let's get these out of the way here. And let's take on this piece. Here we got a seam to fill. Seam to fill. Yeah, let's get that. So here we go. Nope. Didn't want to do that. Well, we're going to have to suit up for this one. Going to get a little messy. We're going to be sanding, so. Get here in place. Oh, yeah. Got to take these off. Okay, let's lay down a little bit of paper here. We're gonna get a little messy. Now, let's grab ourselves one of our parts. There we are. So, what we want to do is sand these down. Get some sandpaper. Let's get a fresh sheet. And we're gonna use a sanding block. We don't want to break these edges. We want it to be, you know, nice sharp edge. Just so here we go. So. And it's important to use a sanding block. You know, keep your edges nice and square. You know, it's. Alright, these areas down here. You suit up and you still get doused with it. Well, here we go. We're pretty much ready for the final finish. Got our parts all primed up, seams filled, and we're looking good. I did go through a whole can of primer. So that's done. And that's probably a good thing because primer's a little expensive. 1 can should be enough. There's plenty of primer on the parts. So we're ready to go. So now we're down to our final finish. Now earlier on, I'd asked, anybody have any suggestions for a color or a finish for this thing? And nobody seems to care. So it's going to be black. But it's going to be two-tone black. It's going to be 2 blacks. First black we're going to use is going to be the main outside of the thing. And it's going to be wrinkle paint. VHE Wrinkle Plus. Stuff is good. Puts on a nice microscope-like finish on the thing. It'll look very professional. And that brings us to the second black. What I wanted to use was Vanta Black, or more precisely, it's a mouthful, vertically aligned carbon nanotube array black. Vanta Black is a material composed of a microscopic forest of vertically aligned carbon nanotubes, the results being light goes in, but it can't get back out. It's the blackest black you can get. Perfect for optical instruments and perfect for our teleprompter, but you can't get Vanta Black. It's not allowed. Check it out on Wikipedia. It's an interesting story. I can, however, get Simple Black 2.0, which I have right here. There we go. It claims to be virtually indistinguishable from Vanta Black VBS, which is one of the licensed variants of Vanta Black. Like I said, it's an interesting story. But before we start squirting paint here, we need to clean and mask our parts. I know that you're expecting to see the final finish applied in this episode, but frankly, the process is going to take a whole episode in itself just to show you. So we're going to cut it off here. I like to keep these things about 15 minutes based on people's attention spans. So we'll see you in the next episode where we'll get the final finish applied to this teleprompter. So until then, like, subscribe, help me out here, people. And we'll see you next time.
Starving. I'm like, do you want a hot dog? He's like, yeah.